hello, and welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real energy in reality. And you know, it's time first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva. And I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Brr. And I have my cup mug here because why not? You have to have your cup mug. And you can get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically. So there are no excuses unless you live in Brazil. It's at your own risk at this point, but get your cup mug. It do go international. See, Ken is proof. It does go there, but we're figuring out Brazil.
And hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on the Cup. And yeah, unfortunately, Brazil and US relations are not the best right now. We don't know what's going on. Anyways,
Anyway, there we go.
I mean, we had some US and Brazil relationships in this episode, and we'll get to it. But,
Yes.
anyways,
Anyway,
oh, you're muted, bit.
you're muted.
Hello, bonjour, mabuhay, bom dia, Brazil.
Yes.
I'm drinking some tea today because I have a little bit of a cold, but hey, I'm here for some Brazilipeens for this episode today. So
Absolutely.
Period. And we're excited to have everybody here. We are going to jump right into this LalapaRuza here, the first ever LalapaRuza here on Drag Race Brazil. And we're going to talk all about it. But before we do, we have a few little things. If this is your first time here, you're checking us out for the first time, hello, party for you. You get confetti on my behalf because welcome to the cup. Period. Welcome to the cup, and we are so excited to have you. And if you would like to do us a solid, is hit that subscribe button because we are on a mission here at the Cup Network to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. And we definitely use your help. So if this is your first time, we appreciate you. Welcome. Thank you. And hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you've already subscribed, much love to you. We love you, love you, love you. Is it going to work? It's not going to work. Oh, it played me like it did last time. Oh, it played me. I tried. I tried to show y'all all the love, but thank you so much for taking this journey with us. We really, truly, truly appreciate all our Brazilian fans. You have been amazing thus far on this journey. We truly, truly appreciate you. Continue to show us love, support our other channels. All of those things will be in the description below in our link tree. So click it and support all of our other channels as well. Um, well, if you need to check us out on the go, our audio podcast links are in our description as well as our Patreon. So you can get a lot of fun exclusive content that will never come out on the channel and some fun. You'll be the first people to see the first look of early access of some shows, of some of the things that we do. So check that out. Follow us on all of our socials at The Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky and engage with us. And if you have been watching Drag Race and you were like, you know what? I want to talk about that. I want to be a part of the panel. You know what you could do? DM us on our Instagram account. That is the quickest way to get in touch with us. DM us. We'll let you know what the next steps are. We are looking for new panelists to join us on all of our channels. So if you're a fan of drag or drag race and you have some good tech and you speak some good enough English to we can understand, and we just need you to hit us up. Let us know. We're looking for some panelists. If you have a show on any of our other channels, if you're a competitive reality television fan or a Eurovision Song Contest fan or even a WWE wrestling fan, we are looking for new panelists to help us out and who wants to talk. If you in your life, like me, have like shows, wanted to talk about shows, but nobody in my life cared to listen to me talk about shows. I had to create a podcast so people would listen to me.
This is the
So
place for
this
you.
is the place for you. Come join us and let us know. We're looking for all correspondents from all over the world who can help us with all of our references on shows that we don't know about. We're just excited to have anybody. So if you're interested, hit us up in our Instagram DMs at the Cup Pod, and we'll get back to you very, very quickly. So thanks. But enough about that. Let's get into this episode because, baby, the Brazilians said LalapaRuza. Oh, we could do that. We could do that too. And they did. I was excited for it, and then I wasn't.
Was. Very big on
I'm
was.
about to say I was excited for it when I heard it, and then it came, and I was like, oh.
is
But
it? The song choices?
Yeah,
Question
it's
mark.
all
Girl.
Okay.
it's definitely the
Honestly,
song.
choices for real.
Choices.
It's definitely the
Choices.
song choices. I was like, oh well, but then I thought about it. I had to sit back, take a deep breath, calm down, and was like, okay, Lana, I know what we wanted. I know what I wanted. I wanted to hear a bunch of Brazilian artists and a bunch of Brazilian songs being represented on this season of Drag Race Brazil. But then I thought about it and I said, okay, but, but this is the first Lollapalooza for this franchise. And this is RuPaul's Drag Race. So I think for the first time, this needs to be the only time, but for the first time, having Mama Ru's songs being the focal point wasn't I mean, it was not the best. It could have been. It was like, but
See,
then
can I
even
just say, because here's the thing. I agree with you to a certain degree, but also these songs,
I
like,
was, I,
not that
if
all of
you
them were bad
if
choices,
you would
but
have if you would have let me
I'm
finish
sorry.
my statement
I'm really
before.
pissed off. I'm
No,
sorry. I'm
I know
sorry. Go
you're
ahead.
pissed. I
I'm
know
just
you're
pissed.
pissed. I know.
You
But if
go
you would have
ahead.
let me finish, I would have been like,
You go
but
ahead.
the song choices. RuPaul has better songs that they could have used for this Lollapalooza. I agree with you there. Like
Yeah.
the songs
Or maybe
themselves.
like Greg songs. Why not Greg songs then?
Mm-hmm.
Because my
Agree,
thing is
agree.
the most probable reason why as to why it was all RuPaul songs, I'm guessing would be budget. Like
Probably.
to get the song, you know what I mean? Like, which okay, for that point, I understand. Also, you don't make enough money anyway.
Mm, oop,
That's besides the point. Um, but if that was the problem, then why couldn't we just have gotten drag queen songs? Because at least they would be from a Brazilian artist, even if they were a mix of Portuguese and English,
mhm,
which a lot of the times drag songs are a mix of both. Um, I would have been fine with that, and then we would be representing us in a
mhm,
way. You know what I mean? Like,
mhm,
because because this episode, I was really pissed.
mhm,
When I knew that what was going to be, but I didn't enjoy the challenge that much for that reason. But everything else, this episode was really good. Like it was
mhm,
really good
mhm.
still.
Yeah. I
So
very much
I'm
enjoyed this
mixed
episode.
feelings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way. I was like, and I agree. I didn't even think about Greg songs, but that would have actually been a better choice. But like I said, I understand it's easy to get Rue songs. It's her show. It's the thing. Like Rue's not going to, cost much in the budget for Rue songs because it's Rue's show. So pretty much that's free. But I just felt like the song choices, like it was other songs. Like me personally, I would have wanted to see Kitty Girl because I really do like Kitty Girl for some reason. I just like Kitty Girl. But it was other songs that they could have used. Like, but yeah,
I'm just
it,
glad it's not Geronimo.
mm, well,
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 That would have
I'm
been
not.
well.
It's
tough.
not. I'm glad it's not Slur Chaser.
Yeah, ooh,
I,
ooh. Well,
Oh,
Julie.
well, she said it, not me.
Right. I mean, she did. But it's just I don't know. It could have been more better songs. I wish they would have done a mix of RuPaul songs and Greg songs because like Greg is the host, that would have made more sense. I'm sure Greg wouldn't have charged them that much to do it. Like, I don't know. But
I think it would
it
be
is
like it's the label that. But anyway, but
yeah.
here's my thing about before we get into it is I wanted different Rue songs, but then also not all of them speak English,
Mm,
mhm.
or if the ones that do, not everyone has the same level, right?
mm-hmm,
So it's not an even like playing field for everyone when they do songs that are not in Portuguese.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's if it was any song, but
mm-hmm.
that's yeah.
I guess that I agree with all of that, but uh, well, it's
So
Let's get
we've
the
unfortunate.
already
other thing out of the way that is
Yeah,
pissing me off and that I'm sad about, because when we start this episode, I start this episode upset. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh no.
because I'm reminded of a
mm-hmm,
lack
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
of presence, but
Yes, Desiree is gone, unfortunately. And
Uh,
um everybody feels the lack of Desiree being in the workroom, being in the space. Um Everybody was saying the same thing, like Desiree was probably the most requested person to come on this show. Everybody loves Desiree. Everybody wanted to see Desiree. And she comes and she does a good job, but it's just not enough to get through to where everybody wanted Desiree to be. Because I'm sure most of the Brazilian fans who love Desiree wanted her in the finale and at the end. And I could see why. She was just a great presence in the workroom and in that space. And to see her have to leave was kind of sad. And Mellody was heartbroken because Mellody is like, that was my sister. That is somebody who I love, and for me to have to be the one to send her out the door is kind of like, ugh, it's
Yeah.
heart wrenching. It's sad. Nobody wanted it. She didn't like it, but she wanted to stay, so she had to do what she had to do. And yeah, what's
and you
sad?
feel the energy gone in that workroom without her,
Shift.
right?
Yep.
She was
Hmm.
my favorite in the confessionals too. Like, ugh.
Yes.
Shoot, I
That's
love her.
oh yeah. I mean, she was my favorite overall, but like, yeah, the one thing that
Hmm.
like I miss the most, I think, immediately, like the right at the episode right after, is the confessionals and like
Hmm.
when they are all interacting as a group in the workroom, you know.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but I have to say, even though she was my favorite and I love her, and I am sad that she's gone, I'm not mad that she's gone because I don't think I think I wish it
Yeah.
wasn't this didn't happen, but I can't disagree with the results. So
Right.
hopefully we have an all stars after a third season
Hmm.
because season 3 is happening. So maybe
Well,
after that we get
Oh,
an all stars and we can
it's
see.
confirmed?
I mean, allegedly.
Oh.
I don't know if it is confirmed, but allegedly they are going to start rolling out things for season 3 soon.
here,
Good,
Allegedly.
good, good.
everything here that we say is alleged until
Yes,
proven to be true. So it's alleged. So right.
absolutely.
But yeah, it's hopefully we will see this today. Back, back,
Back again.
back again. We will see Desiree back again, and we won't have to worry about it. And all will be well in the world. The order will be restored, and everybody will be happy to see her back on the screens.
But what an upsetting feeling to have her be eliminated before a LalapaRuza. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
how many things can
Mhm.
I be upset over this
I don't.
week?
I
I mean,
think this week is your week to just be bad, River. This is like I'm
it's
upset
just
about.
not my week.
eh, It's not. It's not your week at
I've
all.
accepted it at this point.
I
Hopefully
will
next
say,
week.
like, sorry, this is my first episode for the review, and
Hmm.
like my favorite lip sync this year is the Gal Costa lip sync with Desiree and Melody Queen.
Absolutely.
Like,
Hmm.
Hmm.
I will just say that, mention that.
Absolutely.
Love that. Absolutely. But the whole it's a lot of tension going on though in this back room. A lot of people are coming for Adora because she got her second win. And Poseidon is literally they are going back and forth at each other. Adora is like, I mean, I won and I'm the fashion girly, and they're like, wait a minute, no, that's Ruby, and Ruby's like, yes, and then Poseidon and Adora is going back and forth about how Adora is not really good at lip syncing. You lucky that you can sew because you can't perform, and Adora's like, all you do is be a drunk auntie up in here. So is that your only bit? Is that your only shtick? And she's like, but I'm good at it. And Adora was like, but it's boring. And she's like, but it's good. And it was a lot of back and forth between the two. I was like,
I was like, it was
oh.
serious, but also not serious. Like it was playful, but it was low key serious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They meant what they said, but they were
Yeah,
being playful about what they said. And I was like,
right.
oh,
But they
okay.
meant it. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
they absolutely meant it.
Hmm.
It was like
Mm-hmm.
you could see the seriousness behind all of it, and I was kind of here for it. Honestly, I was like, oh, oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, ooh. But that was me doing that whole time. I was like, oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, oh. Mm.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
was like they
You're
was
like, yeah,
bars.
she said
Yeah,
that.
she
Yeah.
said that.
Yep.
I was on both of their sides at one point in time. I was like, oh, Adora, she ate you up, Adora. Oh, Poseidon, she just told you up. She got you. Oop, got you back. Oop, lick. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And Ruby got her 2 cents in. I was like, yep,
Yeah.
period.
The Shady Queen, she had to. I mean, come on.
Of course,
I
of
live.
course.
I live.
It was
I
fun.
know.
But
I love that little rivalry went into the lip sync as well. So
mm,
Oh,
a little bit
foreshadowing.
foreshadowing. Yeah.
foreshadowing indeed. But we get them going to the work for the next day, and it's still a little. They still feel the loss of this day. It's still a little tension going on with Adora and Poseidon, and a little bit of stuff.
They
But
were like, I don't know who said it, but they were like, oh, it's they were like noticing that she was she was not there because she was a tall man, a tall top,
mhm,
like
tall
a big
top.
top. Yep. I'm like, okay.
I was like, oops, tall top. Okay,
Well,
or I mean, I guess.
they said I just saw Messy Man.
I
They
just saw.
literally.
I just saw. Man, like okay, but it was. So they were talking, and Greg comes in
Oh, they
because.
were trying to when they were around the table. Sorry, when they were around the table, they were talking about like trying to guess what the challenge was going to be this
Oh yeah,
week.
yeah.
They're like, what is it going to be? And then I think
Acting.
it was Melina was like, oh, I have a feeling that it's going to be like an
Acting.
acting challenge. And then Ruby was like, baby, every week that you're here, it's an acting challenge. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Ruby. I live. She's so quick. Like
She wastes
I
no
live.
time. She wastes
Mm-mm.
no time with them. She's like, I have
Nobody is safe.
no. Everybody, she's ready to eat for everybody because everybody can get it at any time with Ruby knocks around. It's so funny. But they were all wrong because it was not an action challenge. Because no. Um,
I'm waiting though. I'm like,
I'm
are we not
waiting.
going to have it this season?
Okay, we're gonna have another one. We only did the news, the late night or the
Yeah, and
television
it's not
show.
acting like I wanted a script. Anyway,
Right, I want to
we'll
script it
see.
like a telenovela type deal. Like I want to see
Hmm.
a movie or
Please.
something. Like that's what they
Especially with
want.
a guest judge this week. That would have been
Yeah,
good.
that would.
Well, yeah, but she's also a ballerina, like a classically
Ah.
trained ballerina, and does
Mm.
musicals. So I'm like, she could have done a musical. Like she could have done
Right. Right.
any
Yeah, I would have rather
anything.
her do a musical. I would have rather see her do a musical. But
Yeah,
we'll talk more about the guest judge because she had a prominent spot in this
obsessed.
episode. I
I
was
agree.
like, okay, we'll
As
we'll
she
talk.
should, honestly, and I was so
We'll
happy about it.
we'll talk about it when we get there because I know the significance. But I was like, okay, but yeah. So Clara comes out and she's like, we're gonna do a mini challenge. This mini challenge, y'all.
It's so stupid.
This mini challenge, y'all. Okay.
I loved it.
So
It's
stupid, but it
stupid.
not
It's
in
so
pun
stupid.
intended. It looks so hard.
It looks hard, but it was so stupid. It was so dumb, but in the best way possible. Like I enjoyed the moment of because it was refreshing and it was like a lot of tension was in the air with going on. So I think this kind of broke the tension, but yeah, it was so stupid.
And the
Funnily enough, I've
edit of
actually
like the like dramatic moments of like when they had like a sausage
Yeah,
like near their
right,
face, they were trying
right
to
there.
get it, and it was like the music in the background, like the editing of like the slow motion was
I
so
loved it.
Oh
I've played this
no.
before. It's hard.
It
I've
looked
done this before.
hard.
it looks hard.
It's hard.
It
My
looks hard. I
goodness.
was like, "There's no way you go put a string in a sausage hanging." And I gotta, baby, no,
A
no,
lot of
forget that.
thrusting. It's a
A
lot of
lot
leg
of
work.
thrusting.
Hmm.
But yeah, so and it was whoever gets it first wins in the fastest time. Well, and in this case, it was just whoever gets it first, or if somebody get it at all, because they were all struggling. They were
Yeah.
all struggling. Nobody could get it. It was hard. We had a couple of close calls. We had a couple of falls. We had a couple of people just
Oh yeah, Melina falling again. She
again.
fell, and then after a while, like when she did something, she lost her wig too. I'm like,
Yeah. It was a lot of. It was just so crazy. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
My favorite part was when Ruby was trying to bite Bhelchi's hot dog. I lost it with that one.
It was
so
so
Anyways,
crazy. But we did have a winner because
the
one person One person got it. And y'all, the winner of this mini challenge was Adora.
Adora Black,
That
yeah.
never going to take it away so fast.
And
Yeah.
did you see them legs?
Did you see him?
Baby, the thighs.
Did you see
Hello.
him?
Respectfully.
Respectfully, they were good. They were good.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, Adora, I see you. So you work out, don't you?
Hmm.
But yeah, Adora wins. Good on her. Um, oh yeah, yeah, I took it off. My screen over here is much slower than my screen in front of me, so I'm like, oh, I don't know if it came off. Um, but yeah, it's she wins. Did she win money for this one?
I don't know because this was
No,
not
Mm.
sponsored.
no, I
No.
didn't think so. I didn't think so. But so girl wins and she gets her mini challenge win. Good on her.
Yes.
Come to find out then that the LalapaRuza is among us, and everybody's excited because it's like, okay, lip syncing. We can do this. This is what we all do. So
Yeah.
we're on a we can work this out. Some people are more excited than others, but I think everybody was pretty much excited about this. It was
Yeah.
like because they do lip sync. This is what they do, so they're prepared for lip syncs. Um, and then they were told that they were going to do lip syncs to RuPaul songs, and I think that is where everybody who was watching was like, "What?"
That's when I checked out, kind. I was like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
like,
Yeah.
good. No
like,
thanks.
I was like, "What? Why?" Okay, but then they were told it was the guest judge, but you won't find out
But they
yet.
didn't, the suspense of like
You
the
won't
buildup.
find right. You won't find out yet. It's in due time. Was actually what
I
they were
think I
told.
think Greg said something like she's like this
She's
person is so
iconic.
iconic that you have
I
to
can't tell. You
wait.
just have to wait and see. And everyone was like,
Hmm.
"Ooh, okay, who's coming? I'm excited." Blah blah blah. So they all go. I mean, this went. They moved so fast, but now I know why. I was like, "Oh, we're not going to even have no." Okay, we're just going right into the next day where we're starting to get ready for the Lollapalooza. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
And I was like, "What? Why
I
was it?
don't even think it was the next day because they were all wearing the same clothes.
Was
I
it
think they
this?
just went. I don't know.
But okay, I thought it was the next day. Oh, it could have been the same day, and they just had the Lollapalooza all in one
It
day, which
it
is
seemed like it because they showed them entering the workroom again, but they were all wearing the same clothes. So I'm like, is it just later that day? I don't
maybe it was later that day. I don't
know.
know. Who? Well, all I know was they left and they came back in, and so it felt like
Yeah.
we're starting a new day. But they come back in and they started getting ready for the Lollapalooza, and I was like, they're getting ready so very early. Like we have all more than half of a show left. What are we doing right now?
What is going
Uh,
on here on this day?
right, what is going on right now? Because we have not even been in this episode for 20 minutes yet, and we are already getting ready for the show. I'm like, I know Lollapalooza will take a minute, but it ain't that long.
When it's more people, because like we had
Right,
6, so it wasn't gonna be like 5, 5, 6
right,
lip
5
syncs.
rounds. It was like we got 3 rounds of lip sync. So what is happening? But now, then we find out why. Because the guest judge, River, is it Claudia?
Claudia Raia.
Raja higher.
Claudia Raia.
Yes.
She comes into the workroom and everybody loses their mind because
Gagging,
apparently
screaming, throwing up,
sliding down the wall, everything. Like everybody's gagged
as they should,
because
as
she is
probably so would every other Brazilian. Sorry.
I'm about to say because she is probably an icon, like they said. I don't know her, but apparently she is an icon. So River, I will let you talk about our guest judge.
Yes. So to not go too much into it, but she is a classically trained ballerina.
Mm,
But she became really big. She made like her name as a soap opera actress here. Like she
mm,
had big roles. Like she
Mm.
was in a lot of novellas. Like I grew up watching her. You know what I mean?
mm,
It's like
mm,
from my mom's to my like more my generation, but like from my generation to like 40-year-olds, maybe
mm,
like we grew up with her on the TV. And then I think today she's more focused on musicals. So she does
okay.
like
Mm.
the Broadway shows that we do here in Brazil, like the big shows.
Okay.
Um, And I think she can also sing, but I am not sure. But she does
Mm.
musicals, so yeah. But I don't know, like, if vocals are her main thing, or if it's the dancing, or if it's both. But
Mhm.
I would love to see her in a musical one day. But anyway, that's besides the point. But I don't like. She's just an icon because she's always been like an outspoken woman and just like herself. You know what I mean? When she would go on like talk shows and all of that, she has a very like fun and just engaging personality as well, like besides the talent.
Mhm.
So yeah, love.
Is she like
Like I'm obsessed with the fact that she traveled there to be like, I don't know
Yeah.
if she had other things that she had to be in Europe, so she like,
Oh yeah.
put that
This is
in,
filmed in
but or if she
Portugal, eh?
just, yes.
Right.
So like I don't know if she traveled to Europe just for that, you know what I mean? Or if she had other things and fit that in, but either way, I love that she took time out of her day, to be there
Yeah,
and support the queens.
absolutely.
Icon.
Is she an icon for like queer people or just like the whole of Brazil pretty much?
I mean, yeah, for the whole of Brazil.
Yeah.
Like I think for queer people it's more specifically like when we like for example, like we love her for just being like a strong woman. You know what I mean? Like it's not
Right.
nothing like too specific, but kind of like we see like uh people like in American culture as well, like older
Right.
women that are like, talented and outspoken and like strong and all of that.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes.
So
But
queer people just gravitate towards them. But yeah.
right, love like Diana Ross and
Yes.
Right.
and it's just we just love
Like
they're
Meryl
just
Streep or,
Meryl
like
Streep
that.
or yeah. Makes sense,
Yeah.
makes sense. Love that. I love that, and the way everybody responded to her, I
And
was
she was
like,
in drag.
and she was
Baby. Please.
she
2 looks.
two looks. She was iconic both times in her look. I was
And
like,
8 both.
eight down, eight down. I was like,
Mm.
work, mama. Like, yep, I see it. I love it. I'm here
Mhm.
for it. Um,
That look that she came in on, the white. Oh
oh
my God.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's mother. Yeah.
mother
You see
indeed.
why. You like when you see her, you're like, okay.
I see the vision. I understand the reason. I live. I like when she walked in. I was like, oh, I don't know who she is, but I live. I live. She worked. She worked. Eight one down, and let that sink in. Period.
Period.
But we now knew why we was going to have so much time left because she took her absolute time to talk to every single one of the queens and give
Mhm.
her all of her critiques and all of, well, not critiques, but all of her thoughts and tips and anything that she could do to help listen to their story. Like she took the time, and I love that. I love when guest judges come into a show and they don't just sit there and just give their judges critique and move on. Like they took the time for people to take time to go to the performance or the talent or whatever show it is and like listening to them and talking to them, letting them feel like I'm here for you. Like I'm here to enjoy this. You're the star. I'm the guest. I'm just coming in here to bask in the awe of you. I love that, and that is the energy she gave off. She gave off like she was the fan. She came off like I'm the fan of you all. I come to look at
Yeah.
you and admire you and respect you for the craft that you
Mhm.
have. And oh, I melted. I melted. It was a good chunk of the episode was her talking to them. And I was like, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I think more guest judges should do. I think they should allow that more in these shows because it only not only does it boost the morale of the talent who are back there doing who are grinding day in and day out, and it's like sometimes I'm sure for them if you have to do this every day and all the time and you're on and on, it gets tired and exhausting, and sometimes you probably wonder, why am I doing this? Is this worth it? But then when you have somebody who comes in and says yes, this is worth it. You are great. You are amazing. And it's coming from somebody who they admire. That just boosts people's energy and ego up a whole lot. I wish they would do more. And I'm sure that they might do it. It's just not shown. But I think for people like her, who is iconic in Brazil, who is just such an icon and around a lot of people, it made sense to show it. But I wish we saw more of that, me personally, from
Yeah,
different guest judges.
me too. I think this was a really, she was the correct person to have for this type of moment,
Hmm.
especially because she, like I said, she basically does drag. Like she's in theater and musical theater, like so she knows what it's like to be on stage, and she has a lot of knowledge to share with the queens, as well as like learning from them, because she was also interested in like, because she was talking about how lip syncing for her, she thinks it's really hard because like she
Mm,
sings,
Hmm.
and she was like, lip syncing is really
mhm.
hard, and she was like, how do you do it? How do you like bring the song to life when it's like it's not you that is singing it? And, like she wanted to actually learn from the queens as well, so I really love that.
That was so relatable because I do sing and I can't lip sync to save my life. I don't know how to
Mhm.
do it. I have to sing with the track in order for it to look like I'm performing the song. So lip syncing is hard for people who sing because you're so used to singing. But when you lip syncing is a craft and you have to learn it. And I've been trying to like practice and like if I want to lip sync or something, I want to practice it. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, see, she had such a strong, like, motherly energy, even though I didn't know who she
Mhm.
was. And like I like the smaller like advices she gave, like to like, get the attention of the last row and looking at the camera. Like just
Mhm.
things like that were so good, especially for this episode for the lip sync LalapaRuza. I just thought that was great.
No,
Absolutely.
and that specific comment that she made, it's something that I wrote down, because she, that advice that she gave about like it's something that she was passing down, right?
Mhm.
That she
Mhm.
Hmm.
got from another icon, like
Mhm.
icons quoting legends is what it
Mhm.
was. Because she brought up a person that I'm hoping to see someone do on Snatch Game, or something about her on Drag Race. I need it. Dercy Gonçalves, an icon, rest in peace. One of my favorite Brazilian women to ever exist. I am obsessed with her. So she was actually the person that gave that advice to Claudia. And so I love that we had a little bit of her on Drag Race already, because
Mhm.
I was waiting for it since the beginning of season one. But yeah, all of the advice when she was talking to Bhelchi as well.
Mhm.
Um, and Bhelchi brought up a reference like I think it's like a from when she studied, like because she's a dance teacher, so I think it's like
Mhm.
a from techniques and like
Mhm.
text and stuff like that. And Claudia was like so impressed, and she was like, "Oh, she's got all of the references." She was like so excited to um to be sharing with the queens, and like
Mhm.
when she found out that like a lot of them also come from dance, like
Mhm.
started with a dance background, like she did. Like there were so many nice moments in this segment with her that I loved.
Yeah.
She when she asked them, what else inspires you to be here and where do you want to go? I thought that was a really good question, because it opened up so they could talk about more personal things. And we had uh Melina saying that she started drag because of the show. Ruby was talking about like how people a lot of the times don't see drag as something that like you do for work, is like just a
Mhm.
hobby, and like you can't,
Mhm.
like it's not serious or anything. Adora was talking about like feeling close to the women in her family, and like the fact that the women in her family supported her being creative is like one of the things that you know like brought her to where she is today, and kind of all of that. um and talking about like parents and families, like support your kids, and like just, you know what I mean, like just leave them alone, like don't be putting ideas in their heads, like let them be themselves.
Mhm.
And then Mellody talking about her grandma, it was one of my
Mhm.
favorites, where she
Mhm.
was talking about like my grandma that used to like take me to all of my classes and like support me, and
Mhm.
it's just like not here anymore. And then Claudia was like, but she is,
Mhm.
but baby, she is here. um and then Claudia went on to give like a very passionate and like beautiful speech about like the journey of life and like things happening for a reason. So I enjoyed as a viewer having that moment with her, and I'm sure that for the queens, I can't even imagine. Like,
Mind blown. Mind
I would have
blown.
been like, it's something that they brought to make them, like you said, like feel happy, but also I would get so nervous. I would be like, oh, so I have to lip sync in front of, oh, okay. I would
But
be
that
kind of nervous.
yeah, I would have been freaking out too, but that is also another test of you never know who's watching you. You never know who
Yeah.
you're performing in front of. So you just got to go out there and do it, regardless of who's out there. And if you can perform in front of somebody like her, you can perform in front of anybody. And so
Hmm.
I love that. I love the morale, the boost. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. It was a good conversation had by all of them, and the queens just looked so happy. They just looked so happy. Like when it was over, they were just smiling and just they looked so happy. I loved it.
They were like, what just happened?
Right.
Like,
It's like
oh my God.
did my life is this my life now? Like who are
Like
we?
a cosmic shift happened, like something happened and shifted in the universe
It
at that
really
moment.
did. It really did. And we quickly ended up going to the runway after that. It was like we done spent all this time chatting it up with Miss Claudia. Now it's time to go and do what we came here to do, and that is hit the runway. So if they go into the runway, then we go into the runway. So bam.
Not Can being silenced,
Ken is always silenced, but we will
not the trap door. Oh
bam,
no.
bam.
Being the Mercedes of the podcast right now.
Oh,
Right. The Mercedes book out like, oh, where's Ken? There they are. We got to keep our Mercedes promo going. It's fun to do. But baby, let's look at this amazing group of just this. You know, I fear that this could possibly be in the top in my tops of judging panels. They might get my Cup Award nomination for top panel of the year
Best
because
dressed panel.
best dressed
Yep,
panel of the year because they have eaten down every single one of them ate with this looks. Every single one of them.
absolutely.
I loved
Everyone's.
every single one of these looks for a reason or another. First of all, Miss Icon, Miss Legend, this red is eating. It's stealing
Hello.
the show. Like it's the pop of color that this panel needed for us to tie it all together. Like this red is eating down the hair. Stop it. Mug
Perfection.
beat. Beat. She looks so good. She looks so good. And that's standing next to Greg, who's looking fabulous. You look amazing standing next to Greg, who also looks amazing. This butterfly,
So pretty.
y-
beautiful.
if
And then the
I,
makeup kind of matched like with the yellow eyeshadow going into
yeah,
the pink blush.
yeah,
So pretty.
if I had a nickel for a time I've seen a beautiful butterfly look this week, I'd have two nickels. If I had a nickel for every time I saw a beautiful butterfly look today, I'd have two nickels. I'd have two nickels. Go
Which is
watch my
not much,
run.
but it's weird that it happened
It's
twice.
weird that it happened twice. Like, hello, because if you want to see what I'm talking about, go watch the Project Runway review on the Cup TV that I did that's
Oh,
dropping today, which had another iconic butterfly look. So I'm like, not me watching Project Runway and then watching Drag Race Brazil and seeing two beautiful butterfly looks back to back. Crazy. But I love it. I'm here for it. Maybe it's my sign that I need to pay attention to butterflies more. Am I entering my
Maybe
butterfly
it's a sign.
stage?
We'll
I'm entering
see.
my butt.
Metamorphosis.
crystallized.
uh let's Bruna. I just want to bring it up because
Bruna.
I love this look. I think
Bruna.
this is my favorite look of hers from the season. I
Absolutely.
love this look. Love it.
It looks so the headpiece is I love the head wrap.
The
I love
headpiece,
the
yes.
head wrap is everything to
Mm.
me. I think Bruno
And
looks
this
great, and
print on both prints
oh,
are
oh
so
yeah,
good.
So
so
good.
good, so good, so good. And Doodoo, you're doing it. You're doing it for me. You're doing it for me. I love these patterns. I love this look. Look, Doodoo, last season I wasn't rocking with you like
Mm-mm.
that with your fashions. Not last season, I was not. But this season, eat, eat, eat every week. I think you learned. I think you learned. I think you learned
Hmm.
because Doodoo's been doing it. I've been loving him.
I
But
agree. You can't go wrong with like mixed denim. It always looks good.
hmm.
Love it.
So let's get into the LalapaRuza because what we have is we're gonna have our pit crew come out and bring in the balls. They're going to pick a name. Hello, David. I'm going to remove you because I'm sure you weren't trying to be here. Not the sneak peek from David Healy, uh, but
Surprise guest judge.
surprise guest judge, I guess.
Surprise.
But yes, they the pit crew threw me off for a second. I'm like, what was I saying? The pit crew comes out, brings out the balls. They're going to pick a name, and that whoever name gets chosen picks the person they want to perform against, and
Yes.
the person who gets picked, who they want to perform, compete against, gets to pick the song that they're going to do. The songs are "I'm a Winner," "This Is That Walk," and what was the other one?
No, it was
Oh no, it wasn't "This Is That Walk." It was
I'm a
"I'm a
winner,
Winner."
you wear it well,
You wear it
and a little
well.
bit of love.
And a little bit of
Because
love. Yeah,
Sissy
yeah.
That Walk
Since that
was the
walk was
one
the
from
last
the
one. That's the
yeah,
last
yeah,
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. But the
It's
ones that
just
they could pick was a little bit of love, I'm a winner, baby, and
you wear it well.
you wear it well. Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So those are the songs. So sure, I guess
I
we already
mean,
talked about
it is
we
what
already
at this
it is
point
what it
it is
is.
what it is.
Yeah,
Like we've
we
said our
already talked
piece
about right
about that. You
the
know what we
distaste for the
feel.
songs. Y'all see it. We know
I would
it.
just say it one more time. Boo. Anyway.
Tomato, tomato,
Tomato.
tomato.
Tomato, tomato, tomato,
Tomato.
tomato.
Tomato, tomato, tomato. It could have been better songs. I will say that. RuPaul has better songs, but okay. Um,
And also,
but
I will. The last I will say, RuPaul has good songs, but not for lip syncing. In my opinion, I don't think they're good songs for specifically for lip syncing. They're good
oh,
for working out, runaway songs, great, but
right. Lip syncing.
not so much.
But anyway, so let's go to round one because Bhelchi gets picked. Bhelchi gets picked out the hopper first, and she picks Melina Blley to join her to to perform. And Bhelchi wanted a certain song. She wanted a specific
She wanted
song.
"I'm a
I'm
Winner."
a winner. Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted a
Yes.
specific song that she wanted to sing, and she was hoping Melina Blley would pick up what she's putting down, but Melina did not. Apparently, she said, "I don't want that song. We're going to do You Wear It Well."
Mhm.
And yeah, so they ended up picking You Wear It Well. River, what did you think about this lip sync between Bhelchi and Melina?
I think, um, excluding the negatives that we already been through, I think they both did the best that they could with this song. Uh, both of them missed a few of the words, but they knew enough where like it didn't really bother me. But you could tell from time to time that like a, a word here and there would be missing. But that's I don't blame them because it's a different like I don't care. It's not their fault. Um, but I think it was one of the reasons why I didn't really enjoy the lip syncs so much is because it was more of a dance off than a lip sync battle. Because
Hmm.
that's kind of how it felt to me. Not saying that it was bad. It's just I wish we could have had uh given them the opportunity to do something campy, emotional, like more range in the
Hmm.
songs. because kind of all of the songs were like, it doesn't really matter which one you pick because you can kind of do the same kind of performance to all of them. It doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? But I think Bhelchi did. I think they both did good. Um, to me, it could have kind of gone either way, and I would have agreed. Um, yeah, I think they both were good dancers for the song. I think Bhelchi's performance was a little bit more fluid for me. But I think Melina had like a stronger stage presence, so that's why I kind of like either way.
Karen, what you think?
I think they both did really well. First of all, like I really like what Belky's wearing. I don't know, I was
Yes.
really into that.
Hmm.
I also like for Belky, her eyes were very like striking and glaring when she was lip syncing. However, overall I felt like Belky was dancing with the song in the background. Meanwhile, for me, Melina was really like performing and fully engrossed with the song. So I was leaning towards Melina for this particular lip sync. Yeah.
Um, I didn't like this lip sync. I didn't like it from either one. I was a little not interested. I felt like Belky was giving, like you said, dancing, but it was like she was dancing to the song in the background, and she was kind of just like it was felt like she was at home on a Saturday cleaning up, and the song came on, and she's like, "Hey, you wear it well."
Mm,
You know how
mm.
you clean up and you have your own concert in your own house when you clean it
And
up and the
then you
music is
start
on,
air guitaring
and you start it
the
right.
bop or something like
Yeah.
yeah.
And you vacuum it and you just dance around and you just it felt like she was just dancing to the song, and I was like, okay, it was cute. Her outfit was the best to me. I think she looked the best to me out of everybody. Like she ate this look up, but it was just not as exciting. And I think Melina gave us a little bit more performance, but I was still bored from it. It wasn't like
Yeah.
anything exciting that happened during the performance. She performed it better, but it was like, okay. The
It was
bar
a
was not right. The bar wasn't set that high. It was just like, and then I don't even really much care for this song that much either. So that probably has something to do with how I felt about it. But I just felt like she performed it fine, but it wasn't exciting. It wasn't like, oh, okay, girl, she ain't do nothing. I was like, yes. It was just like,
yeah.
she kicked. Cool. I can
Yeah,
kick.
that's the thing. Like it was fine, but it wasn't exciting. It wasn't a
Right.
bad lip sync, but it wasn't exciting.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't
Mm-mm.
exciting. Wasn't bad. She had, like you said, they both missed a couple of the words, but nothing to it was nothing that was too distracting. Nothing I was like, oh,
Mhm.
this is bad. This is bad. But it was fine. It was just fine. But
Before we move on to the next, I just want to say because I forgot when you mentioned Ken about Belky's look, it reminded me when they all came in before they even called it like any of the balls. When they all came in and they were like they all had the looks. It was Greg said, "Oh look, it's the Power
Yeah.
Rangers."
Gay
It's-
Power Rangers, I
oh
love
my god! And then I looked and I was like, you know what?
it
Yes.
it really is. It really
it.
is. It was the sequin Power Rangers because baby,
Yeah.
they all had robes and things and
They had
sequins and
crystallized.
crystal. They crystallized. They crystallized the whole
Uh,
Power Rangers, and they
Uh,
all were coming out looking like warriors. We had headpieces and wraps, and it was fun. It
ready
was
for
fun to
battle.
see.
I mean,
It
period.
is. That's why Greg said the gladiators, and what was even crazier was not only were the gladiators that came out and did all that, but like the guest judge, she was losing it. Like she was like, "Oh my god, they look amazing! Oh my god, they look great! I love it. I love a judge that is into it." And then another thing, I'll say something again. If I see in the same week, if I had a nickel for every time a guest judge came and was super excited about what the queens were wearing, I'd have two nickels because it's not much, but it's weird that it happened in the same week. Because on Drag Race France, we had a guest judge who was gagging, like literally gagging for what the queens did on the runway. And it was like every time somebody come out, it's like, oh my God, look. Like it was full animation and I loved it. I loved it. So I love seeing the judges respond to the greatness that some of these queens have, and they were doing great. But anyway, so back to this lip sync. We did have a winner from this lip sync, and to no one's surprise, it was Melina Blley.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, she did not do anything super exciting, but she did more than what Bhelchi did, unfortunately. So Melina is now safe, and she can go to the back. And Bhelchi is up for elimination, so she has to stand at the back of the stage. So we move on to round two, and it is Adora Black versus Poseidon Drag. Adora got selected first, which she did not want. Like she literally was like, I don't want to pick I don't want to get picked first. I want to pick the song. But of
Mm-hmm.
course, her saying that in the confessionals meant she was probably gonna get picked. And so she got picked. But she said, I'm going to pick someone because I know what song I want. She wanted your winner. And she was like, who I want is probably going to pick the same song because they had mentioned they
Yeah.
don't want the other song. So if I pick this person, she probably pick the same song I want. So I want Poseidon Drag. And what did Poseidon do? Pick your winner. Just what
Period.
she wanted. I was like,
Just exactly what she wanted. Yep.
she said, just what I wanted. And I got what I wanted. And I get why they both wanted it because out of all the songs, I think Your Winner is the song I probably would have wanted to. But I don't know. What did you think about this lip sync, River?
So I think first of all, Adora in this green makeup, I was obsessed. Obsessed. Um, so Poseidon was, like we saw in the beginning of the episode, it was very much what they were saying. Poseidon was giving drunk aunt,
Mm-hmm.
and Adora was giving like dance and like fierce and that. So very different approaches. I think they both did a good solid job. Like nothing, kind of like the first one, nothing
Mm-hmm.
amazing, nothing like super exciting, but a good solid job. It was an okay lip sync. Um, what I really enjoyed, so when Adora fell on that dip, I was so worried. I was like, was she hurt? Is everything okay? I thought she like when she fell on that dip was like, ooh. But that was the only moment that I was like, where I kind of thought like that she might lose is when I saw that the dip. But my favorite part was when they were playing off each other. That was my favorite part of the lip sync. But honestly, because they both had like such different approaches, and I don't think one person like outdid the other. And maybe I was just numb for all of this episode, and I don't know. And I was just like, I don't care. But to me, I also was like, either of them could have won, and I'd be like, sure.
Mm-hmm. Kim, what's your thing?
I really actually enjoyed this lip sync, but for me, it was a very clear winner for me with Poseidon. Like, I really loved her approach during this lip sync. Like all the humor and like the pregnancy and the baby. She crab walked at some point, and like the little piano fade out she did at the end. I loved all that. And for me, like Adora felt a little out of place, like the duck walking or like the hair whipping, at least for me. Yeah. And yeah, it was a clear winner for me. But I'm still happy that Adora like played along with Poseidon when she like stabbing her pregnant belly. So I
Mhm.
enjoyed it overall.
Oh, I agree with you with the duck walk. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm crazy because I thought Adora won this one for me. I, I, I mean, I don't know. I could be crazy, and
I
that's
saw
fine.
people online saying the same thing. So you're not crazy.
I could, because I feel like we've seen the drunk auntie act from Poseidon a lot, like this season. It's 7 episodes in, and I think we've seen it like 3, 4 times already. So I'm kind of like over it a little bit. And maybe that's like I said, it's like she talked about her range and how much range she had. I'm like, well, if you got range, baby, where is it? Because all we're seeing is this drunk auntie act. Where is the range? I need to see something else. But like, I get that's your stick, and if that's your thing and that's your thing, that's fine for that to be your thing. But don't sit here and talk about you got so much range and you sticking in the same rivers and the lakes that you used to. Like, hello, I wanted to see something else, and we didn't get it. I did think that they played off each other well. I enjoyed it, but I felt like the performance and Adora's a little bit better. Um, Poseidon just did what we've seen her do in every lip sync, and I'm just like, I get what everybody is saying about Adora needing to let go, be a little bit more humorous, be a little bit more funny, a little bit more, just let go a little bit. And I agree with that. She could. I feel like they could learn from each other, if that makes any sense. I feel like,
No, it makes total sense. That's what I was thinking before you said it.
yeah, I think Adora can learn a little bit from Poseidon about how to let go and be a little bit more campy, be a little bit more free and funny, and not be afraid to laugh at yourself. But I think Poseidon can learn a lot more of how to be a little bit more like, give us, when the song calls for sensuality, give us that. Don't give me drunk auntie. That's not going to work. And I need her to learn how to do a little bit more in the performing, like Adore. So I think they can learn from each other. You mash their drags together, that's a great drag queen right there. But I was not in the Not I was not what the judges, my critique meant nothing because the judges did not agree with me. They did
Mhm.
Poseidon Drag was the winner of this challenge. So there we go. Good
And
on
also,
that.
quickly, they look so good next to like the green
It,
with the
it's a
purpley
blue.
blue. Like it looks so good.
It's so good. It's so
Yeah.
good. I was like, that works. That works tremendously. But next we had round three with Melody Queen versus Ruby Knox.
By default,
And
right?
by default, because nobody picked them, nobody wanted to go against them, and I understand why. Um, and they had to perform what was the other song again?
A little bit of love. A
A little
A
bit of
little
little
bit.
love. Yeah. The song with not a lot of words, as Ruby says. There's not a lot of words to this song.
Right.
It's
Like
more
the song doesn't give you much.
no,
It's
it is not.
it because that's what it, and that's what I mentioned with in the beginning. Like these are runway songs. They are
Mm-hmm.
great for the runway. Great for like walking on a treadmill. Oh my god, amazing for that. But to give like uh, a lip sync performance where you can show levels and like where you can build some like it's not impossible to do, but it just is a lot harder with a song like this.
Mm-hmm.
Um and so this is why like I think Ruby did a good job with how little this song is. You know what I mean? Like they both did the best they could with this song specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Um and Ruby was giving like sexy and more like that cabaret kind of vibe that she does. Um,
Mhm.
and I really enjoyed that. But Mellody did so like she found different ways to do so much with a song that gave so little.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she squeezed all of the juice and even more like out of this fruit because like she squeezed juice from where we couldn't
There
even
was
see it.
no juice. There was
There
no
was no
juice.
juice to be found, and she was like, "Nope, I
Visible.
got you. Look at this. Now look at this." You know, there was one part where it's like I like that she had a hair reveal, like that, and then she did like
Mm-hmm.
hair whipping, but I didn't like the way that it was executed. But
Mm-hmm.
it's fine, it's whatever. But I think that could have been done better. But I love when she did the hair reveal and then she did the hair whipping into the split, into
Mm-hmm.
like rolling
Roll 'em.
while
Rolling
doing the
split.
split, the split like rolling. And then after a little bit, she did like a dip that was really good too, like very well
Mhm,
executed. Um, and I felt like she came very close to doing too much, but she didn't get to that like, oh, she's doing too much. It was
mhm,
just enough for me. And I still think Ruby did good. I didn't think she needed the hair reveal. Like this hair looks so good. Um, but I enjoyed like the strip, like that reveal. I thought it was fun.
mhm, mhm.
But yeah, I think this out of the three lip syncs that we had for this round, this was the one that I was like, oh, Mellody won, hands down,
Oh, yeah.
hands
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
For me, yeah, there was a clear winner for me. with Mellody. However, I think both of them did really well.
Yeah.
I like how Ruby just like how she paces herself when she's lip syncing. Like she's always like starts slow and sexy, and always tries to use the stage as much as she can. However, like Melody Queen just had these stunts that were great. And my favorite part is her mouth. Her mouth were mouthing, like those lip syncs. It's great. But yeah, both of them did well. However, I think Melody Queen just had that little bit of an extra in there for me to give the win to her. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Melody just she gave everything, like everything in the kitchen sink. Like she was like, I'm gonna make sure this is my one time lip syncing, and that's it. That's it. I'm not doing it no more tonight. She gave us everything that she could: reveals and head reveals and wig reveals and splits and dips and kicks and tricks, and it was everything you could imagine. And it was a good performance. I think you're right, River. She went to right at the point of this could be too much, and then she stopped because it was like I could have teetered over that edge of this is too much, but she was like, ah,
Right at the
just
limit. She was like,
right at the
no.
lip. She was like, nope, okay, okay. Because if she would have did one more dip, one more head flip, one more split, she'd be like, okay, girl, that's a little too much. But she got right to the end and was like, that's it. And it was like, okay. It was good. But this was actually my favorite one of the night because I felt like Ruby
Yeah.
and Melody just performed so well. And they didn't allow the other person to dim their shine in any way, but they weren't focused on each other. They were focused on what they were doing, and it showed. And even in the moment that they did work, do a little moment together, it was cute. It was like, okay, yeah, we've given all we can give by ourselves, do a little quick moment and then go back to us. Like it was just enough. I think Ruby was very sensual, very sexy, very good. I enjoyed it, but I was definitely in the Melody Queen ate this one up and won for sure. No
Hmm.
doubt about it. It was what it was. And so we get down to the three of Bhelchi and Adora and Ruby. They are the bottom of the losing squad, apparently, sadly. And then we find out that there's a twist in here that I was like not expecting.
Right. That was, I really enjoyed it. But I just, because Greg really did it this episode for me, I need to bring it up again. Because she called, because Mellody was the last winner, so she didn't have to go back, so she just stayed there. But she called Melina and
Mhm.
Poseidon
Poseidon to come
back
out.
to the stage. When they came back, she was like Tinky Winky and Poe.
No,
I'm like, stop
I
it.
mean
I'm dead. I'm
they
already dead. Please stop.
they really did, especially when they posed. They're like, I was like,
Yes.
well,
And
you
I was
do
like,
look like Tinky Winky and Poe. Look at
Oh, that was so
you.
funny.
they did.
They did look like Tinky Winky and Poe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They did. And
Oh
I've been
my
having
God,
my
Greg.
look. I've been spending a couple of days with my nephew, and that's all he watches Teletubbies. So I was like, "Yep, Tinky Winky and Poe. I see it. I see
Yeah.
it." So yeah, it was good.
Uh,
But yeah, Greg was on one in this episode. I was like,
she
I
was having a
live.
good time.
I live, I live, I live, I live. She enjoyed it. But they come out and then they, like I said, they threw this twist that was twisted us. And I was like, what? Did not expect, but okay, sure. Give us a little All Stars rules if you want to in the middle of a regular season of Drag Race. I see you. Um, but
I loved it.
I kind of
Yeah.
lived. I kind of lived. I was like, oh, okay. So the three
After
went.
being pissed. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say after being pissed because it was all like after all of that, like you know what I mean, like the bad part of the
Yes.
episode for me was like, oh, okay, you're winning me back.
It's
I'm
coming
with
back
you.
around. Coming
Hmm.
back
I'm with
around.
you again. Okay,
Coming
okay.
back around. Yeah. The three winners had to select one person out of the bottom three to be saved. And they had to decide it. And I was like, oh, Greg, you're not gonna do that? The judges ain't gonna so the judges, what y'all doing? Nothing.
Very Canada's Drag Race with the beaver,
Very with the
Right.
beaver.
They
Very
did
much
this
with
in season three
but
of
it
Philippines too, with a balut. Yeah,
Oh yeah, with the
the
yeah, that's
LalapaRuza.
true.
Yeah.
But that was with like but what the twist is here that I think is interesting is that those other two are for just one winner.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like one person decides who is the person they're gonna save. Here's like the three of them need to come to a decision
Mm.
together
Yep.
and then pick someone. I like that added part of like the group dynamic. It makes it very interesting.
Yeah. But we do three go. I'm gonna put us back because there's no more slides. The three they go. Everybody goes to the back, and they separate into the groups. And Melina is pretty much leading the charge in this conversation. Like we need to think about who we're going to pick. What is are we thinking strategically? Are we thinking we're going with our hearts? What are we going with? And everybody's like, we gotta go with our hearts. This season is built on hearts and fairness, and we want to be right about this. We want to make the best decisions. And so they're like, we're just gonna talk to everybody. So they go through the conversations and talk to everybody about why they should pick Be Saved. Belky was like, listen, y'all know what I've been going through. Y'all know what I've been dealing with, and I have not been my best. I want to be here, but I understand if you don't. But like, I want to be here. I have so much I want to show. It's she's
When she was
emotional.
emotional,
She's
crying, I
crying.
was crying.
She was just like, it's so much, it's so much. And I'm like, yes. So I'm like, oh, Belky girl. And she's like, I just really want, but I know it's not fair, but it's right. And I just really want to. Yeah. I was like, oh, girl, stop. Stop it, girl. Stop.
See, but oh, go ahead.
Go, no, go, I'll finish.
Because when she because before she got emotional, it was like it was so all over the place, and I lived because when she first sat there, Melina was playing with her, and she was like, "Listen, we've decided that we're just sending you straight to the bottom because you picked me."
Right.
And then Bhelchi removed getting the badge from her tits was like, here's my badge. Like bribing her. I'm like, I live. And then they got into like the whole emotional, and she was emotional for her, but she was
Mm-hmm.
also like talking about how everyone is like so close, and she's like, if it's not me, it's gonna be one of my sisters. And it's just like how hard it was for everyone because they are so close, and like just to have to choose
Right.
like each other, like for them to having to be making that decision.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So,
There's this.
like watching it, but I hate it for them.
yeah. Yeah,
It,
it was, go ahead, Ken.
no, it was just funny to me, like the difference between Bhelchi and Adora, who was offering money.
Right. Money, their bodies, their
Uh,
badges, everything.
I know. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny. But going into Adora, she was offering money, she was offering her body, she was offering everything that she can. The
Mm-hmm.
difference between each plea was hilarious to me because Adora was like, here, take this, take my badge, take my money, take my body. You can have it if you
She
pick
said,
me
"You
and
can
save me.
top me. I'll
You
let
can
you
right.
top me."
Like literally selling everything. So
Work.
it was like, okay, work. Um,
I
And
guess you're
Ruby
not
not
getting that
serious at
save.
all. Oh, sorry,
no,
what?
I was like, oh, she's definitely not getting that safe.
yeah, no.
Oh, right,
But
right.
then and then
Ruby was
Ruby
so
was just
unserious. She
like,
was like, "Please save me, please." And it reminded me of Delta work, like, pick me,
pick,
Pick
pick
me,
pick,
me,
Rue, pick
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 me,
me.
me,
pick me,
pick me,
pick
choose
me,
me, love
Rue.
me, pick me, choose me, love me. Like it was
I love
all
it.
of that. I love that. But
Yeah.
um so they do all that and then they make their decision because they're like they're thinking about it after they talk to everybody. They're like, okay, are we thinking the same thing? And they're like, I think we are. So they
Mhm.
made their decision. Good on them. They go back to the stage. And Greg is like,
For some reason, though, we see the judges like they're not gonna make any decisions, but we see them
give critiques and talk about
talking
who.
about who they think the queens were going to choose to save. And I think it was unnecessary, but I still enjoyed watching it because it was like a nice conversation between them, and I just loved seeing Claudia's points and what she said. Honestly, I just love her. Um, but they were all thinking that the girls were going to save Ruby, and they're like, oh, if it was our decision, they were going to save Ruby. I
Right.
thought that was interesting.
That was very
They're like
interesting.
you
I
know,
mean, but if we're going to be honest, then yes. If it was up to me, I think saving Ruby would have been fair because she did the best out of all the three lip syncs, out of all the
in the
three
lip sync.
people. I would
Yeah.
have saved her too. But I think it was
Mhm.
Doodle who was the only one who was like, but this is the game, and they're playing the game, and they're thinking strategically. And if they are doing this strategically, you save the worst because you can beat them later, and you don't want to compete against the best later. So I would say Bhelchi. And I was like, oop, I think you're on to something, doo doo. I think
Mhm.
you're on to something because
And they didn't
that's
know the things that the queens were talking about, like
right.
what Bellki
Exactly.
was going through. Like the judges didn't
Absolutely.
know that.
They had no
So
idea. But yeah, so they do come out and they come and they make their decisions. And like I Dudu was right. They decided to save Belky because
unanimously, everyone.
unanimously, everybody thought about it. Was like, yes, I think they were playing strategically. This was a very strategic move to make because I feel like they all felt in the end we could beat Belkey. And between Adora and Ruby, if one of them go, we knock out a strong player.
See, I half agree with you because I agree with you. I just have like an added, like I want to add something because I think that's part of it. I think it's like 50-50 is what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. Like I think
Mm-hmm.
that is a part of it, but I also think that what they said on the stage was the reason is also a big part of it because they
Mm-hmm.
said that they chose Belky because Belky had been sick for the past few
Yes.
days
I agree
by
with
the time
that too.
like when they were filming, and they were like, if she's gonna go home, we want her to be able to give her best and fight for her chance to be here when
Mm-hmm.
she's doing we want to give her if she is going to go home, we want to give her a fair chance at least to be able to fight for her dream. So like
Mm-hmm.
I think the strategy was an added great bonus that they had, you know what I mean? But I think that was a really big part of the decision as well. Like just and also because we've been hearing that Belky's like most likely going to be Miss Congeniality. Like she's just so
Right.
nice. I think
Mm.
that plays a part of it too. Like when you're like the group therapist slash mom slash like support system, it's kind of hard to be like against you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would have a hard time, but
Absolutely. But they say Belky, so that means Adora and Ruby are um in the it has to lip sync.
final lip sync. Yeah.
Yeah. So they lip sync to Sissy That Walk.
Yes.
Quickly, y'all, what do we think about this lip sync?
I think Ruby was charismatic, like sexy. She had funny moments. Uh like levels, it was engaging to watch for me, her performance.
Mm-hmm.
Um Adora, I think, was very good, but she lacked emotion, like expression in the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
face for me.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was kind of one note. Like it was good with the physical performance, like with the body, but it was one note for me. My favorite part was when Adora was walking the runway and Ruby was throwing money at her. That was my favorite part
Yeah,
of the lip sync. It was so good. Um, I think they both did a good job with this one, but I think for me, Ruby won. Like period.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Kim, what you think?
For me, like it was a clear winner for me with Ruby. I think she really owned that stage, and she always uses the whole stage, and she always had like a huge presence. And I agree with River. I wrote down like Adora kind of like lacked a lot of energy, and so she looked bored or like scared in the face at times, even though she's doing these big moves, but her face is not matching what she's doing with her body. That's kind of
Mm-hmm.
my main issue with that, but this still both did great.
Absolutely. I agree with the winner. I thought it was great. I thought it was perfectly fine for it. And Adora Black is gone, and I was sad about it. I hate to see it. I really like Adora, but I definitely understand she has very much room to grow and become a even better performer and a better drag artist. She has so much potential. So seeing her go was sad, but I understood. It made sense for what this was, and Yeah.
Yeah. Like similar to last week, like I'm upset, like I'm sad that she's gone, but I
Yes.
don't disagree.
Right. I don't
I'm not
disagree.
like, oh my God, how, like, oh my God, robbed, whatever. Like, no,
Right.
I think it makes sense. Her speech when she was saying goodbye was so beautiful and
It
so
was
heartfelt.
beautiful.
Like, being like, oh, I was the only person that didn't believe that I could do great things, and now I do. And I love that for her. That she's one person that I think I would love to see back in an All Stars when she's,
Yeah.
ready
More.
and could kill it for sure.
Absolutely.
But also knowing what we're having as the challenge next week, I'm
Yes.
like, if it wasn't going to be this
Yeah.
week, it would probably be next week. So
Next
like,
week.
it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. But it was a good overall. It was a decent show. It was a good show. Better song choices would have made it even better. But
I like this episode. The only thing that I didn't like about it was the song choices. Everything
uh,
else, it was a great episode.
Yep.
absolutely. But that's going to do it for us. I know I feel like a little rushed, but y'all, I am because my ride is literally outside. So I do have to run.
But there's nothing more to say.
There's nothing more to say. I think we got
We
it
said
all.
what we
So
said, and
we
that's
said
it.
what we said, and that is that. But I
Oh,
thank you all. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the only thing is excited for the roast next week. That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm nervous for the roast. I'm gonna be honest, nervous, a little nervous,
Both,
but
nervous and
going,
excited.
but I'm excited. But we are going to talk about the roast next week. We hope you all enjoyed the episodes. If you want to follow us, please do. No, if not, if you want to follow us, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to all of our channels. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, where you can get your mug at lauderdecreations.etsy.com. All of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And y'all, we are going to get out of here because we got more stuff to do. I got to go sing. They got to go make content. You click the next button, the next video, and stick with us and support us. And we truly, truly appreciate you. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Bye.